I'm a nurse practitioner in the Health and Wellness Office, and we are talking about 5 ways you can boost your immunity over 5 weeks. We've already touched on the topics of stress reduction, exercise, sleep, and eating well. And today we're talking about supplementing wisely. So which supplements are the best to take to boost your immune system? The first one I recommend are probiotics. These are important because the vast majority of our immune system, researchers say about 70% of it, resides in our gut. And the wall of the gut is one of our body's natural barriers. So having a healthy, intact barrier is most important to keep out invaders. There are some things that damage the integrity of our gut lining, such as excessive alcohol, chemicals in our food, excessive use of over-the-counter painkillers, and antibiotics. These can all damage the integrity of our gut lining. So probiotics provide the beneficial bacteria to balance your gut and repair its lining and maintain its integrity. When you look for a probiotic over the counter, there are many brands to choose from. It can be overwhelming. So I recommend you looking for a brand that is shelf stable. That means it doesn't require refrigeration. Also look for a brand that has 10 to 15 billion colony forming units, that's CFUs. You will see brands out there that boast more than that, 30 to 50 billion. That's really needed for someone who has more digestive disorders, but for someone who just wants basic health and immunity, 10 to 15 billion CFUs is adequate. And you also want to look for a diversity of bacterial strains. So the most common ones you'll see and effective are lactobacillus and bifidobacterium. But the more diverse strains, the better. I looked on Amazon for some recommended brands that meet these criteria, and some that I think are good would be Renew Life, and Ultimate Flora is their probiotic. Garden of Life, their probiotic is called Primal Defense, and Culturelle, which can be widely found in stores and over the counter. So try one of these probiotics. It can be taken daily and year round to keep your immune system strong. The other vitamins I recommend are easy to remember when you think C, D, E, and Z. So vitamin C, it's well known for boosting your immune system. It's a water-soluble vitamin, which means that your body excretes what it can't use. You could start with supplementing with 1,000 milligrams a day. Some people will take it 2 or 3 times a day. Again, your body will excrete through sweat and urine what it can't use. Vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin. That means that it doesn't excrete excess. Excess can accumulate in your tissues. Food sources of vitamin D, as I mentioned last week, are salmon and sardines, but we obtain most of our vitamin D through the sun. So 15 minutes of sun exposure is wonderful. However, at our latitude on the globe, because we don't live near the equator or in the tropics, most of us are deficient with vitamin D. A level of 30 or above is considered adequate in conventional medicine. However, levels of 50 to 80 are really optimal. Optimal levels of vitamin D are linked to better immunity, but also bone health, heart health, improved mood, and decreased risk of cancer and chronic disease. So it's really a wonder vitamin in many ways. Generally, you can start with supplementing with 2,000 units of vitamin D3 daily, and you can take this year-round to stay healthy. Some people like to boost their dose to 5,000 units in dark winter months, but it is recommended that you get your level checked if you're through the blood, if you're supplementing with 5,000 units or more year-round. And I also recommend if you start feeling sick, you can boost your dose to 10,000 units a day just for a few days to keep that virus at bay, and then resume your normal 2,000 units a day dosing. Echinacea and elderberry are your E's. Echinacea is an herb that's well known for helping your immune system. It can shorten the duration of a cold. You would take 300 to 500 milligrams 3 times a day during your cold symptoms. And elderberry contains lots of different antioxidants and vitamin C. It can be used long-term, and it comes in many different forms: extract, syrup, lozenges, gummies. So just read the label of the bottle of whatever form you choose to buy it in. And finally, the last vitamin would be zinc. You can take up to 30 milligrams a day, at the onset of symptoms to ward off pathogens and boost your white blood cell function. So hopefully you can try some of these supplements throughout your semester to stay healthy. I hope that you have a healthy semester, and I hope to see you in the Health and Wellness office soon. Thank you for listening.